Hello children, good morning to all. Welcome to Mahatma Gandhi Vidyalaya. This is Gandhimati from Mahatma Gandhi Vidyalaya. Today motivational thoughts for you. We should be strong but not rude. We should be very kind but we should not be weak. We should be very humble but not timid. We should be very proud but we should not be arrogant. Keep these things in mind, children. Every day we will begin the class with some puzzles. Today, for a change, we will begin the class with some warm-up activities. Look at the boy. All of you stand. Look at the boy. How the boy is doing. He is touching the toes alternatively. Like right leg, right toe, left hand. Right hand, left toe. So you have to repeat 30 seconds. Second exercise, jog in places. You have to jog in the place itself for 30 seconds. Do as many repetitions in 30 seconds. You have to jog in the place itself. After jogging, you have to take 1 or 2 minutes rest. You have to drink water during this period. After that, you can proceed actual work. Remember, children, you have to keep yourself hydrated all the time. Today, factors and multiples, session 2. Before we begin the class, shall we go for a recapitulation about the previous class? Yes. Children, can you tell me what we have discussed in previous class? Previous class, I have introduced about what is factors, what is multiples, and we discussed about some divisibility rules. At last, we discussed about what is prime numbers, what is composite numbers. Anyone, can you tell me what is prime numbers? Prime numbers are numbers which has only two factors, the number and number itself. And tell me what is composite number? The numbers which has more than two factors. Can you tell me any example? Of course, 6, 4, 9. These are all some examples of composite numbers. What is factor, children? Factor is a number that divides the factor exactly. Yes, good. Now, can you tell me any one divisibility rule for 9? Divisible by 9, we have to add all the digits of the given number. Then the sum should be multiple of 9. Then we could say the given number can be divided by 9 exactly. Any other divisibility rule? For example, can you say for 5? Of course, the ones digit should be ended with either 0 or 5. Then we could say the given number can be divided by 5 exactly. For 10, definitely the number should be ended with 0. Of course, that particular number can be divided by 10 exactly. These are all the things we discussed in previous class. Today, we are going to discuss about prime factorization. What is prime factorization, children? Prime factorization is to write a number as a product of its prime factors. What is prime factors? Prime factor. It has only two factors, 1 and number itself. We can find the prime factorization using the two methods. The first method, repeated division method. Second one, building a factor tree method. By using those methods, we can find the prime factorization. Prime factor is nothing but which has only two factors like 1 and number itself. What is factor? Factor is a number that divides the number exactly. So here we are going to use those two methods to find the prime factorization. Here, first method I am going to use repeated division method. Example, find the prime factorization of 180. I'll tell you the step first. First, you have to divide the number by the smallest prime number. Write the quotient below the dividend. Second step, continue the quotient to divide till the quotient becomes 1. At last, the third step, we have to write all the prime numbers in the product in the ascending order. So here I am writing 180 is the given number. I am going to divide the smallest prime number. So it is ended with even number. So smallest prime number I could use 2. When I divide 180 by 2, I will get 90 as the quotient. Write it below the dividend. Now 90 is the even number. Again I could use 2 is the prime number to divide. So I could divide 90 by 2 45 times. Now write the 45 is the quotient below the dividend. Now 45 is the number. It is odd number. So what we should do? We have to add. It is a multiple of 3. 4 plus 9 is 4 plus 5 is 9. Multiple of 3. So I could use 3 is the divisor. So 15 times I can divide. Now 15 is the quotient. Again I can use 3 is the divisor. So 5 times I can divide 15. So 5 is the quotient and also it is the prime number. So only the number itself I can divide. So 5 ones are 5. Now I got all the prime numbers. So what is the third step I have to use? I have to use third step to write the prime numbers in the product form in ascending order. So prime factorization of 180 is 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. This is the way I have to write the prime factorization by repeated division method. So first divide the number, write the quotient below the dividend. Continue the process till the quotient becomes 1. Then the last step we have to write all the prime numbers in ascending orders. Another example. Again we have to find out the prime factorization for 84. I told you the steps. First we have to write the given number 84. Divide by smallest prime number. It is ended with even numbers. So I can use 2 is the prime number. So 42 times I can divide it. So write the quotient below the dividend. So 42 is the quotient here. So write it below the dividend. Now again 42 is the even number. So I can use 2 is the prime number. So 21 times I can divide 42 by 2. Again that 22 we have to write below the dividend. Now 21 is the odd number. So it is a multiple of 3 also. So I could use 3 as a divisor. So how many times I can divide it? 7 times. So 7 3s are 21. Now 7 is the prime number. So the number itself I could divide. 7 ones are 7. So now we divided the number up to quotient will be 1. Now we have to write the prime factorization of 84. So we have to write product of prime numbers. 2 into 2 into 3 into 7. So this is the way we have to write. That is product of prime numbers in ascending order. We have to write. So this is the steps which we have to follow to find the prime factorization of 84. Second, prime factorization by building a factor tree method. Example, prime factorization of 180. I'll tell you the step first. First, we have to break the numbers into factors. Second, we have to continue the process till all the factors that are prime numbers. So here the given number is what? 180. We have to break it into factors. Can you tell me what is the factor for 180? We have many factors, but here I am taking 18 into 10. Now 18 and 10 are composite numbers. Again we have to continue the process. For 18, what is the factor? Many factors are there, but here I am writing 3, 6 or 18. Similarly, for 10, I can write 2 5s are 10. So in this 3, 2, 5, all are prime numbers except 6. So again for 6, I have to find out the factors. 2 3s are 6. Now check the numbers. All the numbers, circle numbers are prime numbers. So we have to stop the process. Now we have to write the prime factorization of 180 is product of the prime numbers in ascending order. Write it 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. So this is the way we have to write the prime factorization of 180. What is the first step? We have to break the numbers into factors. Second step, we have to continue the process till all the factors that are prime numbers. Those two steps we have to do to find the prime factorization using building a factor tree method. See, I have another example for 99. Using a building factor tree method, we have to find the prime factorization. 99. So first step, we have to break the numbers into factors. So how will you break? 11 nines are 99. We can have many factors, but I am taking here 11 nines are 99. Now 11 is the prime number, so we could not do anything. But 9 is the composite number. We have to continue to break the numbers. So 9, what is the factor for 9? 3 3s are 9. Now check all the numbers. 11, 3, 3. All three numbers are prime numbers. We have to stop the process. Now we have to write the prime factorization of 99 is equal to product of prime numbers in ascending order. What is product of prime factors in ascending orders? So 3 into 3 into 11. So this is the way we have to use to find the prime factorization using building a factor tree method. We have to break the numbers first and then we have to continue the process up to that all the factors become a prime numbers. So this is the technique which we have to use to find the prime factorization. Next, co-prime numbers. Children, anyone know about the co-prime numbers? Any idea? Yes, I will tell you. Co-prime numbers have only one common factors. That common factor should be 1. And the second thing what we should remember, the number by themselves may not be a prime number. That means the number not necessary to be a prime. It may be a not prime number. So here I have taken the example 35 and 13. 35 is a prime number? No, because it has more than 2 factors. 13 is a prime number? Yes, it has only 2 factors, so I can say it is a prime number. So from this what we came to know? The number no need to be a prime number, it may not be a prime. So I am finding the factors first. For 35, 1 into 5 into 7. What is the prime factor for 13? 1 into 13. Now find out the common factor 1. Yes, 1 is only the common factor. So I can say 13 and 35 is the co-prime number. If the numbers have only one common factor when I compare, so that particular numbers have a co-prime numbers. Second example, 46 and 21. Here both are non-prime numbers. Look at that. Both have more than 2 factors. So both are not prime number. So I have to find out the prime factors for 46. 1 into 2 into 23. What is the prime factors for 21? 1 into 3 into 7. Can you find the common factor? 1. So 1 is only the common factor. So I could say 46, 21 are co-prime numbers. So this is the technique which we have to use to find the co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers, the number themselves may not be a prime, and particularly when we compare, the common number should be 1. If it has more than one common factor, then we could say that number is not a co-prime numbers. If the number has only one common number, then that number is a co-prime numbers. Next, today we are going to discuss about highest common factor also. What is highest common factor? HCF, it's simply represented. So here I am going to tell you about highest common factor. So give an explanation. I'm going to take 2 numbers as example, 8 and 12. So for both the numbers, first I have to find out the factors of each numbers. So for 8, what are all the factors? 1 into 8, the first factor. And second one, 2 fours are 8. These are all the factors for 8. So I can write the factors of 8 is 1, 2, 4, 8. Then for 12, what are the factors? First, I can write 1 into 12. Second factor, any idea? Yes, 2 into 6. 2 6 are 12. Then the third, 3 fours are 12. Yes, of course, 3 fours are 12. So now we found the factors of each number. So 12 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. For 8 factors, 1, 2, 4, 8. From this, can you find the common factors? Yes, 1, 2, 4. These three numbers are common factors. And from these three numbers, can you find the highest common factor? 4. Yes, 4 is the highest common factor. So now you got any idea about HCF? How to find the HCF? We have to find out the factors of given numbers and we have to find out the common factor. At last, we have to find out the highest common factors from the common factors. So this is the way we have to find. And this is also known as greatest common divisor. And here I'm going to find out HCF by prime factorization method. HCF we know. Here I'm going to use prime factorization method to find the HCF. So give an example. Find the HCF by 32 and 24. So we have the step. First we have to find the prime factors of the given number by repeated division method. What is the second step? After that, we have to circle the common prime factors of the given numbers. At last, we have to find the product of the common prime factors of the numbers gives the HCF. So, repeated division method, can you do the find the prime factorization? Yes, 32. It is the even number. So, smallest prime number, I could use 2. So, 16 twos are 32. 16 is the quotient right below the dividend. So 16 is now dividend. 16 I can use another number. It is a even number. So I have to use 2 is the prime number to divide. So 8. 8 twos are 16. Now 8 is the quotient. So right below the dividend. Now again I have to divide 8 by the smallest prime number. So what I can use 2 because again it is a even number. So 4 twos are 8. So 4 is the quotient again right below the dividend. Now 4 is again even number. So I can use 2 as the divisor. So 2 twos are 4. Now prime number is 2. So only I can use prime number itself to divide the 2. So 1 twos are 2. Now I found the prime numbers 5 times 2. So I have to write prime factorization of 2 is 32 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Similarly, I have to find out the prime factorization of 24. The way we know how to find. So if I found, I'll get 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. So from this, I have to mark the common numbers from these two numbers. So 3, 2 will be the common numbers. Except 3, 2 others not common. So I have to write individually. So 2 into 2 into 2 is equal to 8. This is HCF of 32 and 24. First we have to find out the prime factorization by repeated division method. Then we have to circle the common prime factors of the given numbers. Third one is what? We have to find out the product of the common prime numbers. Second, but this is a short division method I am going to use instead of doing repeated division method. So here I am taking both numbers together. First step what I am going to do, I am going to find out the least prime factor that divides the number completely, not one number. We have to divide both the number by the common number. Second step, we have to continue this process until the quotient obtained or not divisible by the same prime number. If it is not divided by the same number, we have to stop the division. At last, we have to write the product of the common prime factors of the numbers. It gives the HCF. So now 32 and 24 you take. Write it together. What is the common prime number, smallest prime number for both? Both are even numbers. So 2 will be the smallest prime number. So write it 2 as the divisor. So how many times 2 will become 32? 16 times. Similarly, how many times 2 will give 24? 12. Now 16 and 12 will be the quotient right below the dividend. Now we have to divide again 16 and 12 by the smallest prime numbers. Again both are even numbers, so I can use 2. Again 8 2s are 16. Similarly 6 2s are 12. So again write the quotient below the dividend. So 8 and 6 have to divide another prime number smallest. Again it is even number, so I can use 2. So 4 2s are 8, 3 2s are 6. Now any common number we have to divide 4 and 3? No, 4 and 3. 3 is a prime number. 4 is a composite number, so I could not use. So write that 2 into 2 into 2 is equal to 8. Least common multiple. What is least common multiple? How will you represent? So least common multiple of two or more numbers is the smallest number. That is multiple of those numbers. That means we have to find out the multiple of given number first. From that we have to find out the common multiple. After finding the common multiple, we have to find out least from the common numbers. That is what? Least common multiple. And simply we have to use LCM. What is LCM? We have to say. Here I have an example to find the least common multiple. The step. List the multiples of all the given numbers. First we have to find out the multiples of given numbers. Second step, identify the common multiples of all the given numbers. Third, write the least common multiple of all the given numbers. So the given numbers are 5 and 10. Find out the multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 and it will go etc. Multiples of 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 and it will go. So from this can you mark the common multiples? Yes. 10, 20, 30, 40 etc. It will go. So from this can you find the least common multiple from these four? 10. Yes, 10 is the smallest number of common multiples. Now you got idea how to find out the least common multiple. List out the multiples of given numbers. Mark common multiples from that. Then find out the least common multiple from those numbers. That is the technique we should find the least common multiples. It is also known as LCM. What is LCM? It's called least common multiples. I've given the steps over here. 3 steps are there to find the least common multiples. Using those steps, we have to find out the LCM for the given numbers. First, find the multiples of the given numbers. Then find the common multiple. From that, you have to find out the least common multiples. See, I have given another example here. Find the LCM of 6, 8 and 12. So here 6 multiples are 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. What is the multiple of 8? 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. What is the multiple of 12? 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 108, 120. Now we found all the multiples of the given number. Find out the common multiples by comparing. Yes, 24 and 48 will be the common multiples of the given numbers. Can you find the least common multiple from this? From 24 and 48? 24 is the least common multiples. So the same step which we have used in the previous problem, that only we have used here. We have listed the multiples of each number. Then we found the common multiple from 3 numbers, and from that we found that least common multiples. So this is the steps which we were used to find the LCM of the particular number. So we know what is multiple. Multiple is the product which is obtained by multiplying the number with another number. That is what multiples. Now we have to find out the LCM by prime factorization method. We know how to find the LCM, but how to find the LCM using prime factorization method? Find the LCM of 25, 15, 30 by prime factorization. So repeated division method here I am using to find for 25. First I am using 25 to find the prime factorization. So it is ended with 5. So definitely it is divisible by 5. So how many times? 5's are 25. Next 5 is the prime number. So the number itself I can divide. So 1 5's are 5. So now I got prime factorization for 25 is 5 into 5. Again prime factorization of 15. Again it is ended with 5. So I can use either 3 or 5 because it is both are eligible. So 3 I am using. 5 3's are 15. Now 5 is the prime number. So I can divide the number itself. 1 5's are 5. Now what is the prime factorization of 15? Is 3 into 5. Similarly prime factorization of 30 is it is ended with even numbers. So smallest prime number is what? 2. So 15 times are 30. So write the question below the dividend. Now 15 is a multiple of 3. So have to use 3 divisible. So 5 3's are 15. Now 5 is the prime number. So only the way I could use the number itself. So 1 5's are 5. Now what is the prime factorization of 30? 2 into 3 into 5. Now I got all the prime factorization of 25, 15, 30. So 25 prime factorization is 5 into 5. Prime factorization of 15 is 3 into 5. Prime factorization of 30 is 2 into 3 into 5. Now we have to find out LCM again. So from this what I am going to do, I am going to apply the formula for LCM. LCM is equal to product of common prime factors of all the numbers. Product of common prime numbers of all the numbers into product of remaining common prime factors of any two numbers. Product of remaining common prime factors of any two numbers into product of uncommon prime factors of all numbers. So first I want to find out the product of common prime numbers from all three. So 5 is the common prime number from these three. And second one is product of common prime numbers for any two numbers. So 3 is a common prime number from 15 and 30. So I have to use 3. Then uncommon prime numbers is 5 and 2. So write it, apply in formula. So LCM of 25, 15 and 30 is equal to common number is 5. Common number between two number is 3. Uncommon number is 2 into 5. So multiply those value, you will get 50. So LCM of 25, 15 and 30 is what? 150. So this is the LCM of 150. So we have used prime factorized method to find the LCM. And we have a formula also. LCM is equal to what? Product of common prime numbers of all into product of remaining common number of any two numbers into product of uncommon prime numbers. Use it and find. Here I have the word problem. A bell rings every 18 seconds and another every 60 seconds. At 5 p.m. the two rings simultaneously. At what time will bell the rings again at the same time? See, obviously here we have to find out the LCM. We know how to find out the LCM. First step, we have to find out the prime factorization for the given number. Then we have to find out the common numbers, uncommon numbers. Then use it in the formula. That's all. These three steps we have to use. First step, find the prime factorization of 18 and 60. Prime factorization of 18 is equal to 2 into 3 into 3. Prime factorization of 60 is equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. Already you know how to find the prime factorization. So I am doing directly here. Now we have to find out the LCM. Find the common factors. Only 2 and 3 is the common factor. Uncommon is 2, 3, 5. So apply in formula. LCM of 12 and 18 is equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. So is equal to 180 second. Convert it into minutes. So by dividing 60, I can convert into minutes 3 minutes. So the bell ring at the same time again at 5 p.m. and 3 minutes. 5:03 p.m. the bell again will ring, that is second bell. And second problem, a salesman goes to New York every day, 15 days for one day. Another man goes every 24 days also for one day. Today both are in New York. After how many days both salesmen will be again in New York on same day? So again you have to find out the LCM to find when the both salesmen will be in New York. So prime factorization of 15, 3 into 5. Prime factorization of 24, 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. So this is the step you know already. Now find out the common numbers. Only 3 is the common number. Other numbers are uncommon numbers. So apply in formula product of common numbers into product of uncommon numbers. So common number 3, uncommon number is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. So 120 days. So after 120 days, that is at the 120th days, both salesmen will be in New York. So here we learn how to find the LCM in word problem. Find the prime factorization, find the common numbers, use it in formula, find out the LCM. Here children, I have given the assignment questions related to LCM and HCF. Both numbers you have to use prime factorization method. Use it prime factorization and find the LCM and HCF for the given numbers. Here today we discussed about what? We discussed about prime factorization, LCF and HCF. LCM and HCF. Can you tell me what is LCM? It is least common multiple. What is HCF? It is highest common factor. Can you tell me how will you find the HCF? For finding HCF, we can use two methods, prime factorization, also short division method we can use. So first we have to find out the prime factorization using repeated division method or factor tree method. Then we have to find out we have to arrange the given numbers in ascending order by multiplying the product of the prime numbers. The same way we have to use for LCM also, but here we have to find out the least common multiples. So these things we have discussed in the today class about LCM and HCF. With that, today we will wind up the class. I hope you learned about HCF and LCM. Once you go through the video well, then you will understand the concept. Thank you children. Stay at home. Be safe.